we were ready to head off to the Yorkshire Dales when the British summer done what the British summer always does, and this happened. Change of plan, we're actually going to head to Scotland. Now I never ever thought I'd say this, but we're going to head to Scotland to try and avoid the worst rain. Never has that been said before. There is potentially another issue. We might end up missing the ferry. We're going to the Isle of Arran. The ferry's last check-in is at 5:30, and Danny isn't due home until about 1, so if she's on time then great, but if she's not on time, well then there's an issue. An hour late. An hour.
I said 2 o'clock, isn't it?
No, you did not say 2 o'clock. The ferry's last check-in was 5:30. You said you'd be there back at 1 o'clock.
I meant I'll leave at 1 o'clock and get back for 2 o'clock. But what's the point anyway? The ferry's cancelled.
But we just found that out. We didn't know it was cancelled until a couple of minutes ago.
Technically we're early now. Super early.
No, I don't like your logic.
Well,
I disagree with your logic.
We're 12 hours early now.
Well, we are now, but not intentionally. Being an hour late, you might as well have been a week late or even a month late. You might as well have not have even turned up. Danny decided to stand our ground with our unbelievably flawed argument, and we eventually realised that we still had another problem to fix.
You've just got to find somewhere for us
We
to
have
park
got to
tonight.
find somewhere to stay actually. We could do a stealth cam. Make a video about it. That's what everyone else does. That's what all the rest of the YouTubers do. And I'll put a thumbnail on that says we were disturbed in the middle of the night with a picture of me in the blanket like that. I'll get you to knock on the door so we can pretend. Attempted break-in. Or what we can also do, we can try and park in that secure car park that's next to the harbour. I think it's a manned one overnight. I don't know if you're allowed to stay in the van, but if you're not, we can say we're just parking up and then shut up shop. It was a potentially terrible idea, but other than a real stealth cam, it was our only idea. So we carried on for another hour before I started getting a little peckish. You used to always feed me. And then I got fat. So then you had to stop.
It used to be more like crisps.
Turn us into that pot-bellied pig.
Chocolate, biscuits.
I can't be the only one that gets fed while I drive. I'm driving, I cannot eat myself. Danny successfully completed the zoo-like feeding session with all 10 fingers intact, but now it was the moment of truth because we'd arrived at the car park that we hoped we could spend the night in. Hi mate, we're off in the morning. Are we okay to stay overnight in this? Yeah, that's fine. Ferry's that. I think it's the first one. Aye, it will be. Oh dear, champion. Spot on. Thank you very much. Excellent. Thanks for your help, mate. Cheers. The Ardrossan Harbour car park, I can assure you that you can just park there. That's fine.
Is it fibre?
It's a fiver overnight within 24 hours. Quite simply astonishing.
Chris has gone out to take some photos and left me to do the tea as per usual. However, pre-made beef madras curry, some rice and papadums. Have you heard this? No gas. Chris takes charge of all of this, making sure the gas is filled up, water's filled up. However, we've run out. I'm going to give him a ring and see what his reaction is.
Howdy doody.
Hiya, darling. Are you alright?
Yeah, is the food done?
Did you check the gas by any chance?
Yeah.
And is it working?
Should be.
Well, you definitely check the gas.
Is it turned on?
I've been on, I've turned it on. It's not coming on either way.
I'll have a look. I'll be back in a sec. Bye.
We'll see when he comes back.
And we haven't used the gas. We cannot have. So fingers crossed she's having us on. If not, then we're having a cold curry for tea. You winding us up?
No.
Yeah, actually not. And the gas is on. Oh no, it's not. It's gone off. I fumbled around with the gas bottles and everything seemed to be fine. I'm perplexed. Then after fumbling around a little bit more, I noticed a tiny button that I hadn't the first time, and luckily, crisis was averted.
We have gas.
We got gas, man. Now get me tea on. I'm starving, I'm famished. Look at us.
Did you get your sunset?
I don't know. It's not even, it's alright down there actually. I might have gotten a good photo, but I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look. If I did get a good photo, then I'll put it on the screen right now. And if I didn't, well, you'll not see now, will you? I'll just get one off Google and see how I took it. I thought I'd mention about something that I've never mentioned previously, I don't think, on the video, which is that I've been making some guides. Might have mentioned it maybe once or twice. But if you're looking to do the best road trip in the UK, it is in Scotland, but it's not the NC500. So this road trip is by far the best in the UK. You'll drive the best driving roads, see the best scenery, visit the best beaches. On top of that, this route can be done in as little as 3 days, which is ideal. 3 days. Now the guide comes with Google Maps integration, which means all you need to do is pick where you want to go, set it as a destination and get there. Done. No thinking about should we go here, should we go there, just pop them all on and have a... It's very, very easy. Now, this guide is available at the link in the description for the small price of just £4.
No.
Yes, £4. But you can also visit the link in the description where you can get the Ultimate Scotland Collection, which not only includes the Ultimate Road Trip Guide, a collection. It has a guide for the Isle of Arran, the Isle of Mull, the Shetland and Orkney Islands, the Isle of Harris, the Cairngorms, and the Ultimate Scottish Road Trip Guide. Now, this whole bundle is available for the smaller-ish price of £10.
It's not that small, was it?
It's small enough. You're getting...
It's more expensive than £4.
It is, but not by that much.
I don't like them.
It depends. It's still small. £10. You're getting 6 guides for £10. How much each is that? I think it's 150, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it 150?
I don't know. Something
No.
like that.
Can it be? What is 10 divided by 6?
It's approximately 1.6.
It's £1.66 per guide. Bargain. You cannot get better than that. All of the guides come with the best things to do, the best park up locations, all the best scenery and activities that you should go and see. Any services that are located in the area, if you can empty your grey water or anything else, that's on the map as well as our top 5 favourite things to do. As I mentioned, the link for both guides is in the description below. But anyway,
Are you done yet?
I think so.
Tea's ready.
Tea's ready. Finally, tea's ready. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Oh, fucking hell. As if you've done that.
You're very welcome.
Jeez, look at this.
It's my brand new top. Literally just getting this. Sometimes I'm literally like a bairn. And it's this water curry that you've been making. It's like curry soup.
However,
Does it come out?
yeah.
It can it off. See, like yellow stains. But
I
is
know.
that the fairy liquid? Oh, look at that.
Not very liquid, though.
Look at that. Top
Not
tip.
very liquid.
Anyone gets curry that's like soup on the top, just get some Nashi fairy liquid. It's not even proper fairy liquid. From Morrison's. Give it a good old rub.
See?
Laughing. Our ferry was on time and we made it to Arran without a hitch. Danny decided to make some breakfast that looked incredible on camera, but this wasn't a first food of the day. How nice does that look? I'm not one for fruit or anything that's remotely healthy, but that does look nice. She had Wotsits before that.
And pretzels.
And pretzels, and then folded up with a breakfast that looks as healthy as that. I'm gonna have this coffee and I'll show you Brodick because criminally underrated, this place. This is Brodick. It's the first area you'll see when you arrive from Ardrossan on the ferry. It's got everything that you need, from food spots to outdoor clothing stores and everything else in between. There's a beautiful walk that snakes along the coastline with mountains behind you, the sea in front of you, a nice little beach, woodland, golf course, everything. It's well worth a lovely little stroll just to stretch the legs. So we came for a little wander in Brodick, and as I was landing the drone in the car park, someone shouted over, "Is that Chris Sloan's from YouTube?" It's like, well, you know, of course it is. One of my favourite parts of this whole thing, YouTube and everything else, is meeting people that have so much in common and having a little bit chat, seeing what they're here for and all of that sort of stuff. Not very good with names, so I can't remember your name already. I apologise for that. But he does have like a pizzeria in Dundee, so if I can find a link to that in Instagram or wherever else, I'll pop that up now, and if not, they'll be now popping up. But look at this. Such an underrated and beautiful, spectacular place. Don't come here because I like the fact that it's quiet. But if you're going to come here, just check that I'm not here. And if I'm not, then you can come because it's lovely. Look at this, school holidays, and it's dead. Decided to pull up with some beautiful views. I brought it to cook our very nutritious dinner. What we got?
Aaron's.
We've got an Aaron breakfast pack. That's going to be our nutrition filled lunch before we're going to do some big hiking this afternoon. But what a lovely little spot. Look at this. Fed and watered, there was only one thing left to do. Have a nap. So Danny knocked out some Zeds, and then around 3 hours later we woke up, got ready and went for a beautiful hike up the gorgeous Goatfell Mountain. Oh Jesus, she's moving.
I'm awake.
She's alive.
So tiring from asleep.
That was more tiring having to get up after that dramatics. Plan is just to leave the van here because it's a nice little parking location. This will not do this view any justice because I've got a wide angle lens on there, but this valley is just breathtaking. I will get some drone footage when we get further up, so I'll put that on now. But wow, what a place. We walked for another few miles, taking in the gorgeous valley of Glen Rosa. Eventually I got hungry again, and this time I was a little bit underwhelmed by my choice of food. Chipotle protein chicken bites. Basically, they're them refrigerator things. They are the driest thing I've ever seen.
But you're still eating them.
Well, obviously, I bought them. But I don't know how this is actually possible. You could leave some actual chicken in the pan or the oven for about 6 weeks. And it wouldn't be as dry as this. It's powder. Powdered chicken. Disgusting. The route up. We made it. I was going to film the whole way up, but it was pretty sketchy. Not like really dangerous, but because we've never done it before, you have to be like careful. There was bits where even the tripod on the backpack was getting stuck in the rocks, so it just wasn't worth risking. It's better to just pay the mountain a little bit of respect. But what a lovely walk up. I've got some photographs, so I'll put all that up. I kind of took some, what I think are good photos, hopefully they are, on the way up. But see the mount, like all the mist and the clouds rolling over. It'll cool down up here very quickly once we sit for a little while. So we're going to find somewhere with a bit of cover, get the soup and that, and then hopefully wait for the light to come out once all of this clears off and get some photos. We found a nice wind-free side of Goatfell summit, sat down and ate some soup, but it seemed that Danny had somehow managed to heat up my soup to well over 300 degrees. Now what's in the bottom of that? Fucking lava. Oh, that was the hottest thing in the world. We've got the tuna fisherman here. Head to toe waterproof and it's not raining. Absolutely waterproof everything.
It's just to keep the wind off us.
Yeah, it's not really that windy at this point, is it?
It's freezing.
It was freezing, it's
it
not
is
now.
Freezing.
If anything, I'm a bit warm.
We'll give us that jacket then.
No, I'm not that warm. So we're down pretty much. It's taken us 6 hours 47, done 11.9 mile, and there's about a quarter of a mile back to the van from here, so we'll be just over 12 miles. What a lovely walk. It's so calm and placid down here tonight. But anyway, now I'm back to the van, get a shower, have a drink of water because I'm parched, and then bed. Morning. It is, well, it's not even really that early anymore. It's 10 to 10. We left the park up about 20 minutes ago. We didn't get in until about 10:30 and we set off, but I'm knackered today. I didn't sleep that well, I don't feel. But we are heading to the western side of Arran. We've got one of Arran's hidden gems that we're heading to now. It is a must, just like Goatfell. It is. It is. For the exact opposite reason to Goatfell.
Yeah.
But it's essential when you visit. Are you getting a cinnamon swirl or not?
You're not there.
I am. I'll watch you eat yours. We'll get a spare one. We're just getting our breakfast from the Blackwaterfoot Bakehouse, and it is the only place that you should actually be if you're on the Isle of Arran at 11 o'clock. There's always a queue, so you need to be there early, and once everything's gone, I don't know if they put any more out later in the day or not, but if it's gone, it's gone. And we've had occasions, a few of them, where we're coming at like 11:30 and there's an out left, so be there for 11, queue up like a good citizen, and spend your money on the best pastry and bread that you'll have ever tasted. It's actually ruined stuff like that for us now. We stuffed our faces with the best pastries we've ever tasted and then headed up north, where we'd lined up another hike. Where we're going?
I've got no clue.
And neither of us. What is it?
A lake.
Lake, lock. We're in Scotland. It's a lock.
Yeah, lock.
God, come on. We'll get kicked out of Scotland if you keep saying mad things like that.
Why do you think the fences are this big?
Presumably to stop the deer from getting out. But what I'm concerned about is I'm certain there was electric fences up this way last time. And with these tripods sticking out the side, I keep catching it on stuff. I'm probably going to blow out. So I think it'll be worth capturing that on video, because if I do, we'll get more views than doing like a stealth cam. We got woke up in the middle of the night with a knock. Guessing by OS maps, this walk snakes round here, so it goes round there, up, down the valley, and there should be a lock that looks quite big.
What are you doing?
Probably not what most people should do to launch a drone. This balanced here, and this in my hand, and I'm just gonna go, call it the claw technique. Do you want to see? Do you want to watch in case I slice my wrist off? So you move it down, and then
Whoa, watch me face.
you look like you've been hit by it a few times anyway.
Where's this lock then, babe?
Yeah. Miscalculation, slight one. Where them sort of two mountainy things meet there.
It's just underneath there.
If by underneath you mean over the top, yes.
I thought there was meant to be a flat walk.
I thought it was well, but it was a slight miscalculation on my part. But yeah, we've got to go over that. I know we climbed yesterday, but you're not even carrying a bag, so you should be alright.
I'm carrying this though.
After 3 more miles and a relatively easy ascent up the hill, we reached the top, only to be greeted by some insanely boggy terrain.
We've made it.
We have. It's massive up here. I did not expect it to be as vast as what it is. It's huge. Very nice, and we've done well with weather as well, to be honest. There's big dark clouds there, but up to now they haven't gotten us. So since the path is ridiculously boggy and Danny's got trainers on, and we haven't got food, and it's been about twice the distance I thought it was going to be, it'll end up being about an 11-mile hike in total. I'm going to fly the drone over, so this is what it looks like from up there. We made our way back down to the van and then headed down the western side of the island to reach our favourite park up on Arran. So we're here in Drummerdoon. We finally made it. We survived the little hike that wasn't little. I go all the way back to Brodick because we've ran, was it water?
Yeah.
Drinking water, obviously some sweets.
Brewdog.
Some Brewdog. And then on the way back, Danny went and done, I would have done it personally, don't mind it, doing the chemical waste disposal, but there wasn't anywhere to park and I had to be like ready to move if we needed to move. So unfortunately I couldn't and Danny had to, which was a shame. But she did get it on video so you can see how clean this community run chemical waste disposal point is. This is what it's like. Now make sure if you use it, you leave it as clean as that, or cleaner.
You're making risotto.
I
emptied the chemical toilet, so that's your job.
That was a bold assumption. I carried the backpack on the walk.
That's your problem.
What do you mean? I've been driving. I carried the
What,
backpack.
around the small island?
We've done a canny bit of driving today.
I know you've subjected us to.
We've got a lot to decide tonight who's cooking. Let's not get bogged down in that right now.
How many cans you drank while you made it?
2 cans, put some music on, got wrong for having it too loud even though I can barely hear it. And then that's about it, really, but the risotto was nice. We are off. The weather is majestic this morning. It looks bloody lovely.
It is.
It isn't forecast to stay like that all day though, so we are going to try and milk it for everything it's got this morning. So plans are, we're heading up to Thundergay, which is the start of a walk to a loch that we've never been to before. I found it last time on the maps, but I'd never actually done it. So that's where we're heading up. Seems this hike, the first one up to the loch at Thundergay, is ridiculously uphill again. I was hoping for a nice easy walk.
2 mile uphill.
I know, but have you seen the hill that we're going up in 2 mile? That just means it's going to be steeper.
We're refreshed there, don't we?
I was just wanting a nice easy day today, a nice stroll, and now we've got to basically climb a mountain first thing. I wasn't even going to bring a backpack, and now it's only 2 mile each way, so 4 miles, a nice short hike. But not when we've got to just go straight up a mountain. I don't know why she's all buzzing about it. She'll be carrying me in a bit.
Thundergay or Thundergay? On there as well, babe. He's wrong.
No.
Could be wrong.
I'll put some proof below somewhere. I pretty much moaned all the way up that mountain, even though that mountain happened to be just an average size hill. But the sun, in combination with my full black outfit, made us so hot that when I got to the top, I had to take some drastic action.
Where are we, babe?
We're at the top, at the little lake thing, the loch. It's lovely, peaceful.
What you got that on for?
There's no mozzies, but I'm sick of the sun, so I'm using this to like cool my face off a bit. It's too hot. I'm wearing all black, everything. I'm at boiling point. So I put this on. It smells a bit. I don't know why.
Is it to repel the mozzies, do you think?
Just to well, I don't know, but it's repelling the sun for me. It's not the most. I haven't got great visibility in it. I'm not gonna lie, but it seems to work. It's cooled us down a bit. We headed back to the van and drove a short hop to Glen Sannox, where I treated myself to some nice lunch, and then somehow I got roped into doing the dishes. Dinner time. I'm happy now that I'm finally eating and sitting down. I've gone for ham, which we cooked before we left, coleslaw, which I bought from the co-op, eggs, Philly, cheese, hot sauce. Beautiful.
That's the life, babe. Feet up, drying the dishes.
Well, it's not quite the life because I'm drying dishes. But I've had my dinner, I've got a little full tummy, and I feel better. So I'm going to do these dishes, chill out and finish my coffee, and then we'll have a small wander. Not a hike, not even barely a walk, a wander a little bit up there so I can take some nice photos, hopefully. And then the forecast is cack from about 5ish, I think I said, so then I can just lie in bed and watch a film. I was happy as Larry, wandering around with my camera, taking some nice photos, but Danny decided she wanted to give us some abuse for my new favourite accessory.
What you got there? On your back?
My man bag. It's a man bag. So this is Glen Sannox. It's a beautiful, easy little walk, so no matter how fit or unfit you are, or how bothered or not bothered you can be, it's an easy one, most of it. Once you get further up there, it gets a bit steeper, but it's just a lovely little walk. There's a car park right there, you can park there overnight. Not a great signal though, so if you haven't got Starlink or anything like that, then not ideal, but to sit and have some dinner, come for a nice wander. We haven't seen it in the summer with all the colour and everything else before, and it just makes all the difference. That purple is everywhere on the island, it just looks gorgeous, very pretty. After wandering around enjoying Glen Sannox, we headed down to the community centre to top up the water because we both stunk and needed a good shower. This is Corrie Sannox Village Hall, and this is one of the spots you can fill your water up on the outside tap. There's toilets around, toilets there with a little donation bucket if you want to leave a little donation, and again just a nice little community run service that allows you to have a wesh on the odd occasion. Well, we got away from the rain for like 3 days and it's eventually caught us up. It was forecast to rain today, but I was a little bit hopeful because there wasn't any clouds at all really, but they've all came now. You cannot really see a lot, it's super misty and it's forecast to just keep getting worse, but we managed to avoid the month's worth of rain that landed in 48 hours across much of the UK by coming to Scotland and going on 3 days worth of beautiful adventures up into the mountains in the most rural and rugged parts of the Isle of Arran, and we've had now but beautiful weather the whole time until now, and if I'm honest, I'm pretty glad because I just want to chill, have a little bit of food, watch a little film, and maybe a little cat nap or two in the van. So that's what we're going to do. But if you got this far, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one, whatever adventure that will be.